Jesus, I'm sorry.
Trying to say it was done last week, and there's no point doing it again.
Glad you weren't afraid to pipe up.
Well, I was afraid, but doing pointless work struck me as even worse. Just so you know, sir, I'm not afraid of work, but it has to make sense.
Hear it.
I bring news from the torture chamber.
Excellent. I will send for Burgrave Hashek. I want him to hear it too.
We interrogated that captive, as you ordered, sir.
And were you able to find out anything useful?
I think you'll find some of it useful, sir.
Speak then.
The bandits have a camp in Nebakov. Somehow they succeeded in occupying the whole fortress.
What? How? Why? You met with Nebak yourself, Lord Capon. Did you not?
As it turns out, they locked Sir Yaramir away, and someone impersonated him quite convincingly. I'm sorry, sir.
Very well. Apology accepted. At least we have found this out now. They'll soon learn what a mistake they've made.
The prisoner confirmed that Istvan Toth is with them.
Ah. That man in black armor, yes? I remember you mentioned him.
Precisely. Black armor. As black as his soul.
I understand you don't like him. But he's only one man. I'm more interested in that pack as a whole.
Your suspicions about the folk in the region haven't proved true. It seems the bandits are working on their own.
That doesn't sound right to me. Are you absolutely sure?
Yes, sir.
Nobody could be such a fool as to stand against you, sir.
Perhaps.
That's all we found out.
I must say, you got quite a lot out of him. Certainly more than your men managed, Hashek.
But, sir, they...
In any event, the die has been cast. We will wait until my vassals in the vicinity muster up, and then march on the Nebakov.
Certainly, sir.
And, sir, before that, could we discuss that matter of ours?
Ah. Soon I shall throw a feast, so we can discuss the plan of attack with the other lords. Of course, you shall be my guests. But now, go and rest. We have a long day ahead of us.
Yes, sir. Very well, sir. Henry, come for me this evening. We'll go there together.
Excuse me. Greetings. What would you like, friend?
Show me your way. Let's talk about the... Satisfied?
Less. Aye, that...
I could go for something to eat now.
What would you like?
I'll have a look at the... I'd like to discuss the... What would you say?
You'll have to make... Finally! Thank
I need
you,
something
sir.
to eat.
And come again.
A bit longer without food and I'll... really start to...
Jesus Christ be praised. You have a kind master, eh, mutt?
Let's talk about the...
Well,
What would you say?
less. Fine. I'm glad you found what you were looking for. What can I do for you?
I'll have a look at the...
I hope you find what you're looking for.
Hans! Hans! It's me! You still owe me for the stuff from Germany.
Look, friend, you have me confused with someone else. My name's not Hans.
If you're broke, just say so and stop trying to wriggle out of it.
You're Joachim, aren't you? We've met before.
I knew it, see? You do remember.
But my name's not Hans. It's Henry.
Why play around like this when we know each other so well?
Show me what...
Just your every... What can I do?
For the last... I am not Hans!
Oh, you're the spitting image of him. Well, I'll be sure to be extra careful from now.
How much does this Hans...
I gave him some of my wares to take. Nothing fancy, just a few trinkets. I'd give him half the proceeds from the trip. I mean, it's not a lot, but it's better than nothing.
I'll settle.
I could tell right away.
Here you go.
Thank you kindly.
Show me...
Just...
God grant you help.
Good evening. Do you need something?
I wanted to apologize for ruining your wedding.
You mean that fight? That's not worth mentioning. It wasn't your fault, anyway.
Really?
You were just comforting me. And Wojtek was drunk. Men are idiots. Farewell, my friend.
Go sniff somewhere else. You better call back that...
And what do you want? I hope your blood has cooled a little since that brawl.
Lord Semin, I'd like to apologize for ruining the wedding. I'm really sorry.
You showed your true colors, Henry. You really let me down. At least you're man enough to come and apologize. Don't apologize just to me, though. Never mind that the wedding cost me a fortune. To hell with that. But you should apologize to my son and his bride. Till we meet again.
What's that noise?
What brings you here?
I was starting to think someone wanted to ambush me. Good.
Who opened that? You shouldn't be bothered. Hey! You're not allowed here.
What happened?
Business here.
Who just came barging in here?
What? Go down.
I'll find you. Hey?
Get out here. No one wants to hear your barking.
You're barking? Such a naughty dog.
Sit and stay.
Who's that?
What's that I hear? Ah, so you're doing that.
Come here. Quick. Quick. Go!
here so I can fucking cut you up.
I'm all yours. You whore son. Show me. Did you see that coming, eh? What do you want? I'm all yours. Show your stuff. Show what you...
Max!
No, you want to try me?
Max!
Where have you got to now?
Stay.
Go fuck yourself! Show you! On the noggin!
When's the last time I ate something?
show you!
Come here.
Fuck that! Help me with this! Show your stuff!
I should eat something.
Huh?
Yes?
How about stretching those limbs and getting some light exercise? Shall we spar?
You shouldn't be walking around by yourself.
Who's this that chance has brought my way? I'm Peter, but everyone calls me Hornet.
I'm Henry, Scalitz.
Forgive me, but you don't look much like a nobleman.
That I am not.
It's just when you say of Scalitz, it has a noble ring to it.
Well, it's just my way of saying I'm not from these parts. Besides, my name doesn't hold a candle to yours, Hornet. How did you come by such a moniker?
After a fight, my opponents say the blows I give them are right stingers. Want to see for yourself?
What are the rules?
I have two. One, always put some money down. Two, don't get killed.
Pretty simple.
Exactly. Take a sword, a mace, whatever you fancy.
A shield?
Yeah, sure. We stop when...
All right. You roam the world, challenge.
Exactly.
Is that how you make a living?
Ah, no, not like that. I move from village to village, and people pay me for whatever they happen to need. Sometimes I'm asked to lug some stuff. Other times I guard a caravan. Occasionally I get to intimidate wretches who refuse to pay their debts, as long as I'm getting paid.
You enjoy scaring people in debt, huh?
That doesn't come into it. I've nothing against them. I get paid to deliver this and that from so-and-so. After that, it's none of my concern.
A mountain of muscle for sale.
Exactly. And there's no harm in pitting your fighting skills against someone now and then on the road. Especially when money's involved. So, what do you say?
Let's do it.
Exactly. What are we fighting for?
I have a proposition. If you win, you take the money. If I win, you teach me some of your skills.
I can tell you how to improve your stamina. How about that?
That's my...
Ha!
Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come.
Greetings to you.
Good afternoon.
I took care of Canker.
Seriously? So you brought me his mace like I told you to?
Of course. Here you go.
Yeah, that's it. Kanker's best mate. Just as filthy and slimy as its owner. Good job, Henry. Here you go. It's not much, but I won't get any more than that out of old Sameen for the job.
Who's next?
Hold your horses, lad. Those bastards have to be tracked down. Give me some time.
Fine. I'll stop by later.
God bless you, sir.
Praise God. God bless you.
God bless you, sir.
The thing with the girl for the Chamberlain didn't work out. I reckon you knew that already.
I had no idea it'd be so much of a problem. In that case, it's up to you once again.
Thankfully, I have access to Trotsky now.
I heard things got heated with your imprisonment there.
That's putting it lightly.
Tell me about it later. What about the book? Got any leads yet?
I talked to Erazin, the scribe, and I'm working on it.
Good to hear, but get to it.
I heard they're going to cut down the old oak at the crossroads.
Oh, no.
Greetings. What's going on here?
What the fuck do you think is going on? Want to trade? Or are you just here to blather?
Let's do business.
You're on. No bullshitting. That's how I like it. Nothing to your liking, sir.
Eat shit! You're just pissing people off with your bullshit. You think I'm scared of you, fucker? Enough! Damn it! I'll show you. done with you in a flash. Fighting! Filthy vermin!
Bottoms up!
I'll
hack your ass
I'm
off!
wounded!
Come on now, put that away.
I can't keep hitting the same place. Well, I'm about half done. It's almost finished. I'm always hitting the same place. That's no good. as hungry as a wolf.
God bless you.
Hey, almost done.
Good day to you.
Good day.
Well. Von Burgov's vassals are gathering, and it looks like a serious force. Sir Otto is clearly as good as his word.
Praise God.
Greetings. Waste of money.
Didn't you hear that the king himself announced that everyone should have a good bow on hand?
Which king would that be?
Oh, I don't know exactly. But when the king commands...
How are things at home? Calm down a bit?
Aye, the celebration is over.
A trader who sold to the low by any chance.
Good day.
So, I went to see my brother.
Good day to you. I'll have a look at the wares.
I'm so hungry I could eat a horse.
Lord be with you.
Jesus Christ be praised.
really need to eat something. About that lost alchemy book.
Please tell me you found it.
Not yet, but I searched for Nickvard and I have some clues.
Tell me what you've learnt then.
It looks like Nickvard brewed some sort of potion from the book. He told Regina it would restore his youth, but the potion didn't sit well with him. He must have spent a lot of time on the privy at the training grounds below the Crone. Bertha brewed a digestive potion for him, but it didn't work. When he wasn't shitting or writing notes to servants, he asked Hirsch to bring him something from beyond the castle walls. He lost something there, and then he vanished without a trace.
What do you think about it?
My lord, I need my shoes repaired.
You said that Nickvard had a habit of carrying books everywhere with him. If that was the case with the alchemy one, it's possible it fell down the latrine while he was shitting by the training ground. And now it's lying somewhere on the cliffs beyond Trotsky.
That actually sounds quite likely to me. Let's pray he didn't use it to wipe himself. Go there and look. Perhaps you'll find the book, and Nickvard too.
Bring me some wine.
Greetings.
Good day.
Go!
Whoa!
It's starting to stink.
You must be Nickvard, eh? Poor wretch.
Another senseless death. Greetings to you. Oh, where's that damn gravedigger?
Sand-coloured cover, embossed. That'll be the book Crazel once. It looks quite ordinary,
Starting to
apart from being covered in shit. I'm feeling a bit peckish.
Another senseless death. Oh, where's that damn gravedigger? Jesus Christ be praised.
Hey, you there! Please help me!
What's going on?
I beg you, untie me! Thanks for untying me. Help me! I've been robbed! They took everything!
How about I take a look at your wounds?
You're a Sawbones?
No, but I've patched up a few people.
I see. Well, all right then. Do what you can.
Didn't even hurt, did it?
Well, it almost didn't hurt.
Tell me more about this robbery.
I was ambushed by a band of thugs. 4 men. They beat the shit out of me, took what they could carry, and left me in nothing but my undergarments.
Well, be thankful they didn't murder you while they were at it.
True as that may be, they took all my wares. If I can't sell anything, I'll soon have nothing to live on myself.
I'll help you, as a good Christian should. What can I do for you?
God will repay you. If you have some spare clothing, or perhaps a few groschen, I'll take what you can give me. I'm not picky. Boots and hose would come in useful, though.
I'll give you some money. Buy what you need. Here you are. And guard it well.
Thank you.
I'll find you some... I don't have anything to...
Right.
That's all I can...
Thank you so much.
That looks like the hired hand, Venser from Apollonia. And by the looks of it, Lord Samine didn't go easy on him. When's the last time I ate something?
Good to see you.
Praise the Lord. Greetings to you.
What are you doing here?
You're 3 sheets to the... What do you want?
I have the book for you.
Well, I must admit, I haven't had an apprentice this handy in a long time. Zinnik has nothing on you.
I had a peek inside. The pictures are nice, but what do you want to learn from them?
You'll find out soon enough. Show me that miraculous thing. This really is something. But why is it all covered in shit, for fuck's sake?
Let's just say the scribe didn't have it. It actually wasn't even in the castle. Under it, really.
Oh, refining saltpeter. Boil wine and alum. Grind. Ah, of course, it makes sense. I'll study the rest on the way. Well, the last chapter of our story of knowledge awaits us. The grand finale.
So what now? Do you have another job for me?
Charcoal. Sulfur from Hermes Trismegistos. Saltpeter from the carcass pit. As long as Black Bertolt didn't make any mistakes in his calculations, we have everything.
What Bertolt? Oh, God damn it, Crazer. What's going on here? I'm tired of flying back and forth like a rag on a stick. I won't be led around by the nose. Will you finally tell me what's going on?
Believe it or not, all this secrecy had its reasons. But now I don't have to hide anything from you. It's time. We'll meet with the others in the lair, and there you'll learn the whole truth. You go ahead. I'm going to get a few things ready here.
All right, then. I hope you keep your word this time.
You know, God be with you, sir.
Go! What'll happen now?
Our last supper, with only one but very filling course, awaits us.
Crazel, please. For once, just once, tell me what's actually going on.
And rob myself of enjoying your blissful ignorance? Not a chance. Tell me yourself, what do you think is going to happen?
Like always. You'll send me off somewhere to look for something, and you'll have a fancy speech to go with it.
He knows you now as well as we do, Miller.
I do tend to do that, true enough. But no, today things will be different. Bonnie will start today. At least I'll finally see if she understood my teachings. Bonnie?
First of all, I'd like to thank you on behalf of the whole gang for all the work you've done. We could never have finished the job without you. We found 2 new partners, you and Monarch here. It's good to have someone to rely on. So, it's time we started being honest with you, so you can finally learn the whole truth.
Not yet. Let's pull up that uppity bastard's leg a bit longer. That's the fun part.
Never mind him. Speak.
All right, then. This whole time, you've been collecting ingredients and clues for us. But, so you wouldn't go nosing around, we always told you it was for something different than it actually was.
The miller here calls it tackets.
Tactics, you idiot. And everything worked out according to plan. So today we're finally close to our great success. With the help of Hermes Trismegistos and his successors, we'll finally complete the dream of all alchemists. Our magnum opus.
Exactly, Bonnie.
Magnum opus. A great work of alchemy. You're trying to make the Philosopher's Stone.
I see you've learned something after all. But no, the Philosopher's Stone isn't our goal.
Let's see then, Henry. What is it you think we're making here?
trying to find a cure for death? An elixir of immortality?
Well, Henry's not too far from the truth after all, don't you think? Immortality is the goal of every scholar, at least the spiritual kind. Let's start at the beginning. My father was a miller as well, but I was never much interested in the trade. Even as a young boy, I loved running around Lower Samine and investigating everything living and dead. And I had a lot of questions about everything. And my mother, God rest her soul, decided it'd be best for me to go to study in Prague. As soon as I grew up and gained a bit of sense, I packed my bags and left.
So you went to a university in Prague? The son of a miller?
Why not? My father worked his arse off, and he had the coin for it, miller or not. I met a lot of remarkable people at the university, and my thirst for knowledge kept growing. But in the end, it only took a year of all that pretentious, scholarly blathering and hypocritical nonsense for me to realize I wouldn't learn anything proper there. Most of the students and masters are just a bunch of dogmatic fools. They have their own truth, and those who want to know more or ask the wrong questions fall into disfavor, as was my case.
You left your studies?
And I'm glad I did. The most important science is not subject to any religious dogma. And, of course, it's not taught at any university.
You mean alchemy?
Exactly. The art of combination and dissolution. The key to understanding the very nature of the world. There's only one queen of science, alchemy. I returned to the mill in Lower Samine and started a new life.
What did your parents say when you returned from your studies?
My mother had already passed away. All my father said was, "I knew you'd be back." And he sent me to haul sacks of flour. I think in the end he was glad to have someone to take over the mill from him. From then on, alchemy became my true passion. I brought a few important books from Prague. I started with the most difficult thing. I tried to create gold.
That was pretty daring of you.
As you might expect, it didn't work. But after a few tries, I managed to create something entirely different. Once I tried mixing sulfur, charcoal, and saltpeter. I had a candle burning next to me. A gust of wind scattered the mixture, and all of a sudden, bang! I almost shit myself, I tell you. But then I realized I'd unwittingly created a miracle. Explosive black powder.
What is it? So it burns?
More than that, it makes a big bang.
A very big bang. But don't worry, we're all in on it now.
I couldn't continue my experiments on my own, but Bonnie and Zinnik did a few little jobs for me.
So he initiated us.
But we just still didn't know how to do it right and not blow ourselves up in the process.
And we used up a huge amount of saltpeter and sulfur.
By the way, the manuscript from that Hermes Trismegistos was our shopping list and price list for material from Kuttenberg.
Only we didn't know correct proportions. I looked up a few of my former fellow students and brought it up with them. And we found out that before us, some monk had already made the discovery.
Some fella called Black Bertold. And that he even started writing a book called
Feuerwerkbuch.
We couldn't believe our luck when we found out there's a copy of it right here at Trotsky.
And you know the rest.
It's a discovery that will change history. In the right hands, it can make miracles happen. All it takes is a spark, and a storm of fire will sweep away the old world order. It will wipe out stupidity and ignorance, once and for all.
And what will happen now?
As I said, we're about to have our last supper on our journey to satisfy our hunger for knowledge. A feast of smoke and fire. Black Bertold never finished his book because he never had enough ingredients for his last great experiment. But now, thanks to you, we do. We can finally finish Bertold's work and finish his book. We'll see with our own eyes what a barrel of black powder can do. I hope you're as excited as I am.
Before we get started, There's something I want to know. This book, Feuerwerkbuch, what's written in it?
Everything you'd want to know about black powder. How to mix it in the proper ratio. How to store it. How to light it properly. And especially how to use it in warfare. Because that's the most important part, after all.
Do you really need that much saltpeter?
We do. Saltpeter makes up almost 3/4 of the mixture. Not even all the cows in the region could produce enough for us once we really get started with manufacturing.
What is it you're going to do with this powder?
During wartime, like it is now, a flammable and explosive mixture like this has more uses than you can imagine. If we had a few big barrels of the stuff, we could demolish Trotsky if we wanted to. And maybe we will.
All of us here are truly passionate about the idea of a new world. And now it's within our grasp.
What is it you studied at the university?
I was supposed to become a preacher.
That fits you. Maybe you'd even be a good preacher.
Maybe I would. Maybe I wouldn't.
God has a path prepared for each of us. And each of us here decided not to follow it.
I was supposed to be a dyer, but I was too lazy to work 6 days a week and soak my hands in lye.
I was supposed to become a nun, but I didn't want to give up the booze and fellas.
And I've already told you everything. The world is what you make it.
How did a scholar and an alchemist become a thief?
Prague is a big city, and a poor student has no chance of getting a decent place to sleep or even something to eat. Learning to shop with 5 fingers was the first requirement for survival. We're all masters of our own destiny.
I've heard enough. Now I want to see that.
Let's do it then. Bonnie, is everything ready?
Indeed, it is. We can get started. Long live the beautiful new world.
Looks like it ain't working.
I'd say it works just fine.
This will change history.
What? I can't hear a thing. But I'd say it works just fine.
You really led me on about the gunpowder magazine, didn't you? A golem made of dough, souls inside saltpeter, the secrets of light and shadow. That was all just empty talk, wasn't it?
Not exactly. It's all based on the real philosophy of the Jewish Kabbalah. I studied the writings of Bonaventura and Dietrich von Freiberg, but it was never in my interest to put their theories into practice. But they worked brilliantly as a cover-up, don't you think?
I really thought you'd have a golem made from dough walking around the mill, or that I could become invisible.
Ah, but black powder is no less a miraculous creation.
So for the last time, Crazel, what now?
I'll do what I promised, and what will most likely be my fate. I'm going to gather together all the knowledge I've acquired and finish Black Berthold's book. I'll finish his opus.
Uh-huh. And what about me?
That's up to you, Henry. You're a free man. Lord Samine has no hold over you, and never did. You know, the inevitability of God's plan takes no interest in people like you and me. We'll always be little people, beneath it all.
That sounds somehow hopeful in a peculiar way, I'd say. Now I'm even happier about the great thing we've accomplished here.
The ideal conclusion, I'd say. Maybe it's time to carry sacks at a different mill. But if you're still interested